tucked into the hills here in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We got an incredible story for you today. Mitzi actually brought some of our clients over to this particular neighborhood in Mount Juliet. Of course, if you're looking for those schools, a lot of space. Look at the massive lots you get with these homes. A newer home that has definitely some customizations and one of the most efficient homes you'll find in Tennessee. That is where we're at today. So Mitzi, tell us where we're at and why we're here today.
So we are in beautiful Mount Juliet, Tennessee. We're at the Wind Tree development right here. These homes are fantastic and I am so excited. You guys loved the video that we did on Waverly. It's the same builder. It is by Beezer, and there's a couple of models that are different here. So you guys have seen the Landon and one of the other models, but today we're gonna get you in to see the Ansley and the Buchanan, and these homes are phenomenal.
Yep, so when they reached out to you, Mitzi, what was their story and where did they actually start their search and why did they end here?
Yeah, so these guys found us on YouTube and it was so amazing. They were really not knowing where they wanted to be in Tennessee. They just knew they wanted Tennessee. Sold their California house a couple years ago, so they were able to really take their time and be intentional with where they were gonna land. And they actually started their search in East Tennessee, believe it or not. They flew in, they spent some time in Knoxville, decided that that was not necessarily for them and what they're looking for at this point in life. So they went ahead and gave us a call and we were able to give them some direction on some different places to check out. They did a little self-exploring, called us up. They said, we have to see more homes in Mount Juliet. This is where we want to be. So we were able to meet them out here, showed them this beautiful community, and now they are in contract for their dream home, which is the perfect setting for their new chapter here in Tennessee with their family. And I'll tell you more about why they chose the home that they chose as we're looking around the house.
That's right. So what we wanted to do is we're going to take you through these two houses here quickly and just kind of show you the difference and then also the customizations that you can do. But I think it's this that everybody seems to fall in love with. You've got these massive backdrops. That's all a bunch of space back there that's unbuildable. You do get a little bit of snow here every once in a while. That would be a great little sledding hill. My kids would just be rolling down it all the time. Anyways, they've actually got a big fire pit up top, a bunch of chairs and stuff. So this is tucked into the hills, but it feeds right into those Mount Juliet school districts as well. So as you walk us into this first house, we'll get you into this one, and then we're really gonna showcase the community because there's actually a lot of amenities that are gonna be here too, making it an incredible master plan community. We'll finish up the tour here, but let's talk as we walk in those schools around this area.
Yeah, so for example, you feed into Green Hills High School as of right now. That is the high school that serves this community. It is the newest
shiny
community.
Yeah.
In Mount Juliet. People want it, people love it. It's modern, it's gorgeous. And there's so many people that are moving here that, you know, it's not like you're gonna have the new kids, right? They're all new kids.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
So schools, affordability, jobs, sandwiched in between two lakes, country living,
Yeah.
and you know, and this is a style of home you can get.
So schools, we're sandwiched in between two lakes. There's affordability. Community is growing.
Yeah.
We just got a Costco out here. This is all the reasons why people are moving to Mount Juliet, and the opportunity is still here. Affordability is number one. You guys have to see this house and learn more about what you could do in this community. Come on in, Jackson.
Alrighty. I am excited to show them what they're about to see here, and not only what they see with the eye, but some of the customizations that they have so that people can really make their own dream home.
So this one's the Ansley model, and right off the bat you come in, you've got 2 bedrooms.
Yep. And
there's a bathroom, a full bath that serves both rooms.
Yep, so that's pretty nice right away to have these bedrooms, a ton of space. You're gonna see really high-end, you know, finishes, windows, double closets. They've actually made this one into their study over here. And if you need a more designated space for a study, we're going to show that next. They do have it. In fact, it's a massive one. But just showing kind of the if you only needed one of these rooms down here. Now you do have a full bath, like mentioned, with the full tub and tile shower all the way up, which is a good look there. And as we work down,
you guys got to see the actual great room.
Yep.
It is so beautifully designed. There's off to the right here, you're gonna see that drop station, the garage, So it's really easy. You come in, drop your items.
And check this out. They got the extra wide boy door right there. And then they actually give you a considerable amount of space under there. So this is just unused space under the stairs. You might as well make it a great closet. But real quick, this is what we were talking about. You actually have a bunch of customization options. And really, the cool thing about this is instead of jacking up the bill of how much it costs to customize, as long as these really fit inside of any of these squares, you can make it however you like. So as you can see, you've got two different kitchen choices, whether you want just a full island there and a sink by the window, or you actually want to put the sink in the island. These are things that you can do. You can actually have a bathtub and a shower, or just the big walk-in shower, and you add that there. But there is some bonus features to this one that you may have to pay a little extra, but it's worth it, and everybody's doing it.
And here in this community, they are doing the fireplaces, which is phenomenal. There is just a lot of different intention that they put into the build. You've got this beautiful island, quartz countertops come standard, and they really do allow for you to put your own stamp on it and really make it yours.
Yep. You're gonna notice they've got really big open floor plans here. So as we kind of come over here and pan to the left, now both of these are two-story homes. So this is taking up a little bit of the space, having the stairways going up. But what's up there is really cool, especially the other house that we get into. And again, guys, full customization. This one they went, my wife always says you gotta have the sink by the window. So that's probably what we're going with. And then you have the full island here. And it looks like you got yourself a pantry.
Yeah, you do.
Gotta have the pantry. So the kitchen's beautiful. You guys can choose colors, you can choose countertops, all of that. But what in the heck is that behind you?
So
there?
This is an optional upgrade sunroom, and we love this. So this allows you to really enjoy the space any time of the year. But one of the cool things that Beazer does is even if you upgrade to this option, you still have that concrete that's poured so that you still have that space. You can have, you know, put your grill out there, put your table, your fire pit, whatever you need to make that outdoor space perfect for your family.
You guys got to comment down below. Are you doing this upgrade? Now this upgrade is about how much to do, and can it be put on the loan, or what does that look like?
Yeah, definitely. So this is an $18,000 upgrade for this space. And yes, so basically the way that it works is when you're working with the builder, there's going to be a base price. So based upon whatever amount you're paying for that home, there's also going to be some upgrades such as this. You may opt for, you know, the induction stove rather, as opposed to a gas range, things like that. And those upgrades, builders are usually anticipating about $50,000 to $70,000 on top of that base price for your all-in price. And so that's what your loan is going to be based upon, as long as the house appraises, which we are not seeing any issues with appraisal in this market. So you're going to get what you want. You're going to wrap it into the loan. These are not things that you're having to pay for out of pocket. You just come in, make it yours, and love it.
Awesome. I'm going to peek out here. I like enjoying the country, and what you're going to notice right away, do you see the big hills here, how it drops down? And again, you know, once everything kind of blooms, gets all nice and green and colorful, it's going to be amazing. But what you'll notice is house here, they did the extension. So even here, they've done it. So almost everybody here is putting in, and I call it the extension, but the bonus room to have that extra space there, as both of them did here as well. So if not, looks like you can have a little bit bigger of a back patio if that sunroom is not too important. But you can see the size of the yards here. Some of them with kind of irregular shaped lots. Look at the size of that right there. It's really cool. So anyways, let's take them and show them upstairs real quick, and then we'll show that primary bedroom.
Let's go.
Here's another view coming in from your sunroom. You'd be hanging out right here. It's these days though, Mitzi, in the winter where, holy moly, is it nice. We love that 60s.
And one of the things that you guys are going to be able to take advantage of is that this community is really in its infancy.
Yep.
So there's so much opportunity. And these homes are going quickly, but believe it or not, we're gonna tell you about some incentives that are being offered right now. So there were some incentives that were offered a month ago. They actually extended that promotion. So it's pretty cool, and we're gonna talk about all that when we get to the pricing at the end, but
Yep.
they definitely wanna move these houses because there's quite a bit of building that's planned and in development. But check out this bonus room.
Yep, we got a lot of space up here. So this one has the bonus room. I'll turn around and show you what's behind me here in a little bit. But remember, you still have 3 bedrooms downstairs because we haven't gone into the primary yet. But this is a good little designated space, especially for the rooms that are up here or the room. And this one, you know, if you just needed 1 extra bedroom, I'm just gonna turn you around real quick. We've got that up here. Check out the beds right there. How cool is that?
I know, it made me feel really nostalgic.
For real. Not only that, but I love me some outdoors and camping, and like anytime I can be camping indoors, I'm good. So really cool, and it just kind of shows the space that you have. So this is almost like a suite up here too, because it could be for in-laws or whatever the case may be, but having this full designated room, walk-in closet, a lot of space, and then it still has a full bathroom kind of tucked back over here. So you get the tub, shower, the toilet, all that, and then you still do get a linen closet. So why don't you take us down and we'll go show that primary and see what options they chose.
You guys are gonna love this, come on.
All right, we just came down.
Yes, so right at the bottom of the stairs is your entry into your ensuite master bedroom.
Right.
And you come in here, they've got these gorgeous picture windows, tons and tons of natural light. But check out that tray ceiling with that feature, with the tongue and groove. It's beautiful. They painted it, I love it. What do you guys think? I see a lot of brushed nickel finishes in this house, and I love it. It's timeless, it's gorgeous. What do you guys think? What finishes are you picking out on your custom home?
And one thing that you don't really realize until you walk these, and we hope it shows through the camera a lot, is just when they give you that extra foot of space in here, how much more, you know, how much bigger it feels in here. It's pretty remarkable to get that ceiling up. It's almost a little bit more than a foot, but it really gives it a lot more space in here. So
yeah, and I love the fact that they didn't skimp on the molding. It still has that beautiful molding.
Got the crown, baby.
Tied together.
Okay, so the bathrooms, and before we go in again, these are fully customizable, so you can move these around. This is your bathroom, there's your walk-in closet. So you know what? My wife loves, she has to have the bathtub, and I got a shower, that's our situation. Kind of shocks me how many people like don't care about a tub. Now you have a massive walk-in shower. So with those customizations, you can make it the way that you want, but look at the size of that double vanity there, a lot of space.
Yes.
And this one we come in, and so you can see how big this walk-in shower is. They've tiled it all the way up. They even got the beautiful tile floor instead of like a, you know, porcelain glass bottom or whatever that is. And that's the big difference, is this extra linen closet.
Exactly. And you can really see that difference. Now the Buchanan that we're gonna talk about here in a minute, that one, the model has the separate tub shower, so you'll see the difference. But yeah, it's a really great option. A lot of people don't want the tub. So if that's you, you don't have to have the tub. You can get that extra storage and still win.
Yep, so this one, because we're gonna see here, has just this single closet. Definitely not the biggest closet we've ever been in, but pretty good size. I would want to see, you know, if we had it, I would put some customization in there, some shelving and stuff to make it bigger. But again, you can see how extra wide this is, which is you know, a linen, but could turn into more closet space. And this also gives you another one over here as well. So that is going to be one way you see it. And then when we go next door, you'll see it completely different.
Definitely. You guys are gonna love that house. My clients love the house. I'm gonna tell you why it is a winner.
All right, so we're obviously gonna get the drone in the air and give you an aerial tour and drive around the neighborhood so you can see it, but just wanted to just see it. It's so cool to be in here, and I love Mount Juliet for this. To have these houses here and those massive backyards that back up to tree lines there. So hey, your kids can still have that country life. But just one more time, I know we started the video down here, but I just wanted to show you everything that's gonna be coming with the sport court, putting green, pool, 9-hole Frisbee golf course, and a full fitness center. So being able to stay right here in your neighborhood for swimming, for playing basketball and any kind of racket sports, and then to be able to go work out, having the big office possibly in the house that we're gonna show you, that is something that makes, you know, life a little bit easier, especially whether you're downsizing and you just want everything close, or you're like me and you got 3 younger kiddos and you don't want to be going all over the place all the time. They can have their own spot, their own community. I keep looking at these hills because I'm like, man, my kids would just be bombing down these. This is a neighborhood I could easily see my family living in, no problem. And then again, the affordability with the prices that we share with you at the end, that's gonna kind of ring this whole thing in. But let's drive through the neighborhood a little bit more right now and just give you a feel so you know what it looks like. So just to show you what's coming here in the future and what the lay of the land looks like, we're actually up here on the hilltop, and down there is where those model homes at the front of the neighborhood. And if I actually turn you around, you're gonna see that we're really surrounded by the hills out here, and it drops back down over there. But I'm currently standing where the rec center and everything is gonna be going. So community pool, fitness centers, they're actually gonna have a full putting green here and Frisbee golf. I mean, you got all these trees, trails, all of that. It really makes it special. But just to kind of show you, I mean, how cool is this? When you look to the backdrop, like every day you come out, you know, you're enjoying your walk as he is, and you have these hills, you got old, you know, original farmhouses and barns and stuff in the backdrop. So it's just a really pretty area. And again, when you catch it, you know, late winter like this going into spring, it doesn't have all the leaves and all that. But could you imagine living in a neighborhood where you don't have to travel far to go watch all of the leaves change and see those fall colors? So again, this is gonna start being built out. There's a lot more room for more houses. So this is an area that you can get into, but it's gaining a lot of popularity. So we may start seeing prices increase. So it's definitely a great time to get in now. You know, phone call, hit up Mitzi and the team, and we can explain not only this one, there's a lot of these little pocket communities around that you probably haven't heard of. And so the reason we're here today is because the clients did not know about this area, and when Mitzi and the team told them about it and brought them through here, they fell in love. And that's what we want you guys to make sure you're doing, is reaching out so that we can just hear what you like or don't like and help place you in the perfect spot in anywhere in the Nashville areas. All right, so what I wanted to do is actually jump on the computer. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about the area on the map, and I'm gonna give you the prices of that house right there. They have actually a few of them. So let's go ahead and let's jump on there. So real quick, if you guys don't know yet, we have TennesseeLifestyle.net. This is the single greatest website of all time, moving to the Nashville area. And this is one of the reasons why. If you go to explore the area, again, this isn't just a website where you're gonna come into it and look at the properties and then get a bunch of phone calls from random people. We really wanted to build the most valuable resource possible. So today, you know, obviously we're in that Mount Juliet area. So, you know, if you wanted more information on it, you just hover right over it. Do you see how it's a completely interactive map? It's the first of its kind, guys. This is awesome. Our clients are raving about this site, which is pretty cool. I didn't know how it would go, but click on Mount Juliet. You're gonna notice we have multiple videos of that area. They will populate right over here. Here's a map for you to explore the area. So today, you know, Mount Juliet, it shows it right here. There's an old downtown Mount Juliet, and it's not even a downtown, it's basically Mount Juliet Boulevard. You know, you run up and down north and south, but obviously the growth is all around it. So where we're focusing on today is actually, now we'll zoom in a little bit, and you're gonna notice right to the north of Highway 70 here, there's an area right here, and it's just in the border of, you know, Mount Juliet here. And if we zoom in, you're gonna see Beezer Homes by Windtree. So this is where we're at today, and the good news is you've also got middle schools and your elementary school just right down the street, which is awesome. And then the high school just about a mile or so down the road. And then you also have Charlie Daniels Park. You know, we're actually gonna do a full vlog of Mount Juliet here soon, so subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of these things. We're gonna really dissect the whole Mount Juliet area with a vlog and a tour and show all this stuff, but this is kind of an anchor of the area. Live music events, incredible park, a little skate park in there, water park, massive slide, park, a lot of trails to walk, ballparks, you name it. So this is just right down the street, and then you got some pretty iconic, restaurants and all that stuff as well right here. So just if you look on the map, just north of where it says Mount Juliet, in this little area here is where we're at. Now, the next thing I want to show you is they actually have, and this stuff changes, and here's the one thing I want to just make sure you guys understand. They're gonna have prices on here. A lot of times it won't be the same, or what kind of deal can Mitzi and the team get you. Second of all, the site isn't gonna be as updated a lot, so you're gonna get kind of misinformation. I would highly suggest, just reaching out to Mitzi and the team. We love reach outs, by the way. We get a lot of them from people moving, relocating here. No matter what area of Nashville, we got an entire team helping, and so we can actually tell you what the most up-to-date prices. These reps, builders, they love us. We bring so many people by, so they're also telling us the incentives, like really, really strong incentives that we can't tell on here, but they do have some quick move-ins. We were in that, Ashford, so they do have some in that low $600,000 range. Again, over 2,500 square feet. Very efficiently built homes. Beazer makes a great house. They do have, we actually have done tours on the land in some other videos, so you guys can check that out as well. And then we're going to show the big, we'll go, they have another bigger house next door. We'll show that here in a few weeks as well. But again, a lot of these they've got for a limited time up to $25,000, right? This one says for up to $10,000. Why not call Mitzi and the team? Because I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to be able to work a lot of these bigger numbers into your favor. So low 600s for that incredible, just peaceful neighborhood that's going to have all of those crazy amenities coming up with putting greens, pools. You got a lot of trails throughout there, and then just right down the street from all of the major schools as well. So if you got just 1 second right here, pause the video, write down that number, that email, and just contact us. We absolutely love when you reach out and we help you move, relocate, and find your dream house here in the Nashville area. And we actually toured some amazing houses in this video right here, just down the street in Mount Juliet as well. So if you want to see more houses in Mount Juliet, more vlog tours, you have to see this video right here.